Good morning, MegaPodlings. It's Krazy Joe on a beautiful Tuesday. I want to talk to you about something near and dear to my heart. I love He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Have for as long as I can remember. That's not entirely true. I can remember a time before I loved them because I was born in 1976. He-Man came out around 1982. I remember when He-Man started. So yeah, I can remember a time before He-Man. So let me retract that. I've loved He-Man for a long time. The bulk of my life. And with that comes all the assorted spin-offs, such as She-Ra, Princess of Power. I remember when the He-Man She-Ra movie, Secret of the Sword, debuted back in 1985. Begged my mom to take me to see it. She told me it wasn't playing anywhere near me. I was too young to know any better, though I later found out from friends that it was playing near us. My mother lied to me. But I didn't get to see it in the theater. Saw it on video. Still own it to this day on both DVD and in a digital format. Love that movie. The He-Man She-Ra movie, The Secret of the Sword from 1985, where they introduced the character of She-Ra. I watched the He-Man and She-Ra cartoons. They're great. Terrific. Own them all on DVD. And they hold up. They're still really good. So, I was excited, very excited, when I heard that there was going to be a new She-Ra cartoon debuting on Netflix this year. Couldn't wait. That was going to be great. I could watch something that I love and share it with my daughters. Terrific. And I had high hopes that this new this new She-Ra cartoon would lead to toys that I could buy for the kids, and maybe even, if it was a huge hit, a He-Man spin-off. That would have been great. I was very excited. Couldn't wait for Netflix's She-Ra. Well, let me tell you something. I do not never have liked anime. Anime is not my thing. I am not a fan of anime. Now, a lot of people are. If you're a fan of anime, that's great. I'm glad you enjoy it. I would never try to take your enjoyment away from you, but I don't like it. I find it to be ugly animation. I just don't think it looks good. The characters don't look good to me with their giant eyes and everything. I don't know. That style is so visually unappealing to me. Just is. Now, a lot of people like it. When I was younger, when I was in high school, it was kind of a cult thing. There were people who liked it, but you didn't meet many of them. It was a cult thing. But when you did meet people who liked it, they really liked it. They were like super into it. That's kind of changed. As I've gotten older, it's become a little bit more mainstream. You kind of see it everywhere. Even young kids are into it. My daughter, who's 10 years old, loves a anime show on Netflix called Glitter Force. She's really into this show, Glitter Force. I cannot get into it. I can't stomach it. And it's the style. It's the visual style. I don't like that style. It's vastly unappealing to me. I always felt that our American animation was much stronger. You watch your Looney Tunes, your Walt Disney Pictures, your something like Batman the Animated Series, just beautifully drawn, beautifully animated. Then you get these just kind of ugly anime characters, and I was like, ugh, this just does not look good. It does not look good. So, that's not to say that all American animation is great. Like, let's be honest, we love it. My generation loves it for nostalgia reasons. But Hanna-Barbera was never great animation. That was pretty cheap animation. They used to do that thing where the character would pass the same exact backdrop like 6 or 7 times just going through a room because they didn't have money to have different backdrops, so you just keep passing the same thing over and over. That wasn't great animation. And even Filmation, which made the original He-Man and She-Ra, was not great animation. They used to recycle a lot of animation shots. They were cheap animation. In fact, most animation for television was pretty cheap when I was growing up. Still today. still today, Walt Disney Pictures is doing fantastic, beautiful, beautiful animation with their Pixar division and with their Walt Disney division, like Frozen and Big Hero 6 and Tangled, Zootopia. These movies all look really, really good. The computer animation just looks beautiful. But if you watch what Walt Disney is doing on television with like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, it does not look good because it's cheaper animation. So my point there is that not all American animation is fantastic. I don't want to try to say that it is, but you know. So where am I going with this? Well, yesterday Netflix revealed images from the She-Ra cartoon, and to say that I hate it would be an understatement. It is, I'll put them here in the video so you can see them. It looks like anime. They're doing it in an anime style. Now, full disclosure, this is not the first time He-Man has been done in an anime style. In 1989, there was a series called The New Adventures of He-Man. At the time, Filmation, who had done the original in She-Ra, had already gone under. They did not exist anymore. So a new studio did the animation for New Adventures of He-Man, and they kind of did it very anime looking. And it, surprise, did not appeal to me. I've never liked that show. I actually owned the DVDs for a while because I found them at Five Below. I thought, let me give this another shot. Couldn't do it. Can't make it more than a few episodes in. That animation is just so ugly. I really don't like it. So I see these images of She-Ra. I was really looking forward to this. And it was like, I felt like a balloon, you know, that was so excited. All the air was in the balloon and someone just slowly let the air out of the balloon. It totally sapped my enthusiasm. I can't dig this. It's just not for me. Now, I know my wife's still excited. She wants to see it, and that's great. She likes anime. So this isn't an issue for her. But God, it destroyed this for me, and it's very, very disappointing. So I don't know, maybe the kids will like it, but I don't. I just can't do it, man. Just can't. I'd like to, I want to, but I can't. It's so visually unappealing. It looks so ugly. I heard people complaining about the new Thundercats. Thundercats has a reboot, and I'll try to put an image of what the new Thundercats look like. My God, people were complaining about that. But to me, that's preferable to what we're seeing from this She-Ra here. And for the record, I don't really care for that new Thundercats either. But I'd take that over this. So, what are you going to do? And you know, I'm open-minded. I'm open-minded when it comes to the anime. Like, I recognize that the stories are supposedly very, very good. A lot of people say, well, but I guess it's like everything. Some stories are going to be good, some are not. It really depends on what it is, I guess. But some of these things, people just go nuts for. And if the stories could be delivered to me in another format, I'd be happy to digest the stories. I would like to hear them, in fact. I feel like I'm missing out a little bit. For that reason, Space Battleship Yamato is a popular one. It used to be called Star Blazers back in the day. I never got into that because I don't like anime. But in 2010, there was a live action movie. And I said, okay, I don't like the anime style, but you're going to translate it to live action. Then I could digest the story without having to watch anime. I was totally on board with that. So I got the movie when it came out on Blu-ray, and I really liked it. I really liked that movie, and if they made a sequel or more of them, I would watch them in live action. Likewise, I've always heard Ghost in the Shell is great. I was there opening weekend to see the live action movie with Scarlett Johansson. I didn't like that one. I really didn't. It felt like a RoboCop ripoff to me. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't do my research. Did the anime Ghost in the Shell come out before the original RoboCop in 1987? Because if that's the case, RoboCop would actually have been a ripoff of it. but I saw RoboCop first. So in my mind, it felt like a ripoff. But even as a ripoff, it just didn't feel engaging to me. Like, I felt like sometimes a ripoff can be good. For example, the TV show Parker Lewis Can't Lose was a total ripoff of Ferris Bueller, but it was a well done ripoff and I enjoyed it. This I just didn't enjoy, so I couldn't even get past it on that level. So I did not like Ghost in the Shell, but I did like Space Battleship Yamato, and I understand they're working on a live action version of Akira. I will check that out, because I recognize that this may be good stories and good storytelling. It's just the visual aesthetics that I don't like. And if you can make those stories digestible to me in a format that doesn't involve that, bring it on. I'm totally open-minded about that. So I will go see Akira if it ever gets its live action remake. But I just can't do the anime. I can't do it. So, what do you think? What do you think of the new She-Ra designs? Do you like them? Let me know in the comments. If you like them, that's great. I'm not going to take away your enjoyment. I'm just going to say I wish I could share it with you, but I can't. Keep on wearing those pajamas.